Autos are one of the biggest exports into the United States from Mexico. Despite the threat, most companies are not changing their plans, and that includes BMW, which just opened a new plant south of the border to build cars bound for the U.S. Phil LeBeau is in San Luis Potosi tonight.
An hour before dawn in San Luis Potosi, Mexico, and workers are headed into their new jobs at the BMW plant, building the company's flagship car for 40 markets around the world, including the U.S. Even with a border tax looming, BMW is not changing production plans.
We will keep our plans and we will see how far that goes. And as I said before, our production network is flexible. But at this point in time, we would not see any reason to change our current plans.
The BMW 3 Series built here in Mexico will be sold in the U.S. as well as in other markets around the world. Right now, there is no tax to ship these cars to the U.S. But starting next week, it could cost BMW hundreds of dollars more per vehicle to ship them north of the border. It's unclear how much the price of a 3 Series from Mexico would change if a border tariff kicks in. One estimate says the average price of a vehicle from Mexico would increase $1,700 with a 5% tariff, and up to $8,500 higher if the border tax rises to 25%.
We're taxing American consumers and American companies in order to punish Mexico for not doing enough about asylum seekers. So there's no logic to this.
The tariff impact is unknown because hundreds of auto parts and components are made in Mexico. In fact, more than a third of all parts in vehicles sold in the U.S. come from south of the border. And figuring out their exact impact is still unknown.
Many in the auto industry, they see this tightening down on the U.S. market as potentially temporary and tied only to the occupant of the White House.
A tariff showdown that could change where cars in the U.S. come from and how much they cost buyers. Phil LeBeau, Nightly Business Report, San Luis Potosi, Mexico.